After a billion-dollar hailstorm hits an area, your focus should be on running your business, not on insurance claims. We have helped streamline the insurance process for hundreds of roofing contractors across the U.S., and we can do it for yours too. Visit us online at c3adjusters.com and learn how we can help save you time and get claims paid faster.
Hey there, Hail Stalkers. This is Derek Klein, and we're here in the Hail Palace. We thought you guys might want to have an update on the upcoming forecast for this evening. We know that obviously there's been a lot of activity already, but is it going to continue? We talked about Nashville this morning. Is that going to continue? Sorry about the minty shirt here, but we are on a green screen, and so it's a little. I was wearing a mint shirt today, so. Anyway, let's jump into it. So I've got a couple of graphics we're going to take a look at, and then we're going to go take a look at live weather radar. We are watching new storms developing, so depending on where those are at whenever we get done, we may even stay live. So we'll see how it goes here. And so let's go ahead and jump on into it. Again, just as always, this is how you can follow our stream. You want to be able to get these alerts immediately, especially with all this weather that's going on. And so it's real easy to get these alerts anytime you want to receive them. So we can actually push them out through our mobile app. It's very simple, or you can even watch the live video through our mobile app. So right down here, just click on the little live button. It must be something with me. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's always scratchy with me only. Anyway, maybe I talk too loud. So hit the live button right down here, and just turn your mobile device sideways, and voila, you can watch us live through the mobile app. You can even see through us sometimes, depending on what we're wearing, and makes it real simple. So to get your notifications though, just log into the website. You can create a login for free and do whatever you want. So right here on the notification settings, click on that, select how you'd like to receive them, make sure that mobile is turned on, and then select the area where you're looking to get those notifications. So very, very simple. So here's where we're at now. So again, watching a couple of areas where the large hail looks likely. So we've kind of squashed things down. So this morning, everything kind of extended up here into southern Indiana. We had some large hail in southern Indiana, moved through the Louisville area. We actually have already created a 4-star map. We'll see if more storms go up and cause that map to upgrade. But as it stands right now, we have a 4-star map that went through Louisville, went through parts of Shepherdsville, and several communities up here in the southern part of Indiana. We had hail up to the size of baseballs, maybe even a little bit bigger. And so there was some pretty significant hail that went through this morning, creating that 4-star map. We are still tracking storms, but as it stands right now, this is about where our chances of hail stand. So we're watching thunderstorms that are developing out here in western and southern Kansas. So we're going to have to watch those. I think for the most part, it's really hot and really humid back here. And the main disturbance is actually way up here by Chicago. So I think it's going to kind of limit things just a little bit back here to the west, as we don't have the same lapse rates, the same amount of instability. It's really hot, but we just don't have the same ingredients that we do back here to the east. So but we'll go about a 15% chance in Wichita that we could still have some hail this evening and overnight as a complex of storms should develop and then race right down the warm front into the north, across northeast Oklahoma and southwest Missouri. And then we've got, yes, storms are developing in Louisville. Again, we're going to get to that here in just a second. So then we've got more activity expected to develop as we go through the next hour or so. Okay, so just now beginning to see it develop up here to the north, and so that's going to increase our chances. So we're going to go about a 30% chance for the Memphis area overnight tonight that we could have some large hail. And we're going to go 45% chance now in Nashville. So everything kind of increasing the activity here in Nashville. Storms have even been trying to develop over Nashville. So we're going to see how it goes and see how things develop. But as it stands right now, it looks really active across parts of Tennessee. And we're going to take a look at that here in just a second. And we're still holding on to Louisville. Louisville, you're not out of it yet. Storms trying to develop as we speak on top of Louisville again. And so we're going to go with a 25% chance in the Louisville area. So let's break it down for you here in Nashville, Tennessee. So we're going to say starting at around 8 o'clock to around 2 a.m. Looks like to be your best opportunity for significant hail. So this is a late overnight event. This is not an afternoon event. And the chance of hail, or the size of hail here, up to 4 inch in diameter is possible. Okay, so we could see some very, very large hail. And then we're going to go about a 45% chance for hail. So that's quarter size or larger. So there's about a 45% chance that we could see some of that. And not 75 mile per hour greater, but we'll go with about a 40% chance that we could have a 3-star or greater storm in the Nashville, Tennessee area. So here's what it looks like. Look at the storms as they kind of fire up. Our first complex, here it is, moving off to the east. This is the new stuff that we're going to watch. Look at all these individual cells that fire up all across Tennessee as we go through the evening and overnight hours. So we're going to let this thing loop back through, and we're going to watch. It's all going to fire right here over Louisville. A second batch forms right here over Tennessee, and then all of that kind of merges and continues to sag south as we go across central Tennessee and western and central Kentucky. Look at those. Those are some pretty wicked storms there. Still going really, really late into the night. We're talking, it's probably even 4 in the morning there. All this basically sags through. Could have a high wind event with this as it moves towards the Atlanta area. You see it actually move through there. And then we may have to watch for additional storms to develop tomorrow. We'll see how everything kind of plays out for that, but could have some fairly large hail tomorrow as well. So that's what we got going. So let's actually take a look at it more specifically. Let's see what we have going on here. So I'm going to switch our view here, and we're going to take a look at the national radar here, I think. There we go. All right, so here's what we have going on right now across the country. So we've got three large tornado watches that have been issued. We have the original tornado watch that was issued this morning across Kentucky, southern Indiana, southern Illinois, and then right back here on the southern tip of the southeastern tip of Missouri. And then we have a new tornado watch that's been issued for all of Kentucky, northern Alabama, northern Mississippi, eastern parts of Arkansas, and then it looks like they've issued another tornado watch over here for eastern Tennessee. Not as concerned for this one, but some of these southern storms here are still producing some pretty large hail. So we're going to kind of zoom in and take a look at those. And then we also have the new development now beginning to fire up here right along the Ohio River up here in Kentucky and Indiana. So this stuff really beginning to kind of fire up and take off. And so we're going to zoom in here and take a look at that. Not to mention, look right down here, the southwestern tip of Kentucky. New severe thunderstorm warning down there as well. So let's go ahead and hone it in here. And so what's real nice about these storms down here, this is still with the first batch. It's continued to keeps backfiring. We've watched a couple of showers that have actually tried to develop over Nashville, but they haven't really been able to get going yet. So which may not be a bad thing. So again, keeps the instability high. We're not going to work over the atmosphere when we don't need to. We're going to wait for those storms to actually fire when they get close and when the better instability kind of sags to the south. So far, for the most part today, the best dynamics has been off to the north. Now it's kind of beginning to try to shift to the south a little bit more. We'll watch that continue to sag and push to the south as we go through the overnight hours. So we still have this individual cell right here, which is going to be just to the southwest of Albany, Kentucky. So that storm, not doing anything just crazy significant, but these storms have had a history of producing golf ball size hail. And so we'll continue to watch these as they kind of fire up, and they keep just trying to refire back to the west, although this little shower really has struggled now over near Lebanon, but just really struggled to get its act together. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have going on here. Let's go up here to the Louisville area. So these storms really just now starting to kind of fire up here. I saw somebody post in the comments that it was storming in Louisville. You are exactly correct. New storms developing here. So as it stands right now, we're not seeing anything too significant with these storms, but they're just now really starting to go up. Now everything to the west, or to the east, excuse me. So all of this is severe warned over here. But kind of embedded in an area where the atmosphere is a little bit more worked over than back to the east, or back to the west, I should say. So everything here, Shelbyville, kind of right in this area, doesn't look too promising as it stands right now. It's this stuff back here to the west that we're watching, okay? So let's go ahead and hone on in here just a little bit closer. So I see two storms of interest that we'll definitely want to keep our eye on. So the first one is right up here just to the south of Greenville. So that one is severe warned right now. This is one that we'll have to keep our eye on. It's got some nice warm air, everything, the instability, the wind shear, it's all here. And so this is going to be the first one to watch as it continues to develop. We'll have to see what it does as it interacts with some less unstable air as it moves off to the east. But temperatures in Louisville themselves, they were able to bounce back up to close to 90 degrees. So everything kind of refired, reheated back up out here. And so we still have a pretty unstable atmosphere. And then we've got this cell back here, which is currently not severe warned, but has had a history of producing up to quarter-size hail. So it has had a history of producing severe hail. And so we're going to watch this one to see how it continues to develop. We'll just kind of keep shifting down the line here. So we've got other storms. We're going to switch radar sites here real fast. So we can take a look at these. Now these are going up just off to the north and east of Owensboro. So here's Owensboro, Kentucky right here. Both of these definitely in a very favorable environment for producing some pretty large hail. So we're definitely going to have to watch these very, very closely. Right now moving off to the east and not looking just crazy right at the moment. Basically moving off to the east. This southern one may be just a little bit to the east-southeast. So this guy will move into Kentucky, crossing the Ohio River here. Not producing anything significant, but watching them very closely because these storms are going to basically explode. They're going to take off. They're going to produce hail as they do so. All right, let's keep kind of shifting our way down this line here. We're going to take a look at the storms in southwest Kentucky. So some of this stuff may actually end up moving in towards the Nashville area. So we're going to have to watch this stuff very closely to see how it actually ends up developing and interacting with everything else that's kind of going on. So just north of South Fulton here, this is Crutchfield right here. So everything is right in here. This is the area where it looks like there's a little bit of hail actually beginning to fall. So here's Union City, Tennessee right here. So we're looking just to the north, right across the state line here. And that's where the potential for, there might be a couple of quarters falling out of this, but nothing too crazy significant at the moment. But again, this is the stuff that we're going to have to watch. Okay, so we're going to continue to watch this and see exactly what happens. And let's make one last stop here, kind of take a look at everything from the Nashville, Tennessee radar site. And you can see, as it stands right now, we've got our one little shower right here over Lebanon. Continues to really almost look like it's going to die out. So we're going to have to watch this closely, though, just in case conditions are favorable. But these are the storms. We've got one here, one here, one here, and one here. And all of those have a potential definitely to produce quarter to even golf ball size hail. We just had, where did it go there? Saw a golf ball report that came in. Looks like that was from the earlier storm here. So you can see, again, many storms having the potential to produce up to golf ball size hail. So what have we done so far? Let's take a look at it here real quick. So we'll jump on here and let's just take a look at the storms so far on the HailTrace website. And yes, Edmonton, Canada. You guys want Canada? There we go. We also got a Canada map in the works today. All right, so here we go. Lots of photos that we've been able to find on these storms. And so this is all the activity that we mapped so far today. So some pretty significant hailstorms for sure. And again, we're going to monitor this closely. Here's a look at the Louisville area. So the storm came in, producing up to tennis ball size hail, kind of recycled just a little bit, and then just basically kept dropping it here. So here's a look at some of the photos that we found. There's a pretty nice little hailstone there. Back here in Elizabethtown, up to 2.5 inch hail back there. We could jump down here. Shepherdsville, check that out, some nice hail down there. And there's some 2-inch hail there. So lots of big hail so far today in Kentucky and continuing to produce hail. And we're going to see more hail fire up back to the west. So we're going to switch back here to kind of our overview. More hail is going to fire up back here to the west. So we're going to watch right in here for more storms to develop. And then I think right in here, we're going to see a whole lot more activity develop as well. So Still a lot more activity to go. Again, tornado watch is in place, and this stuff should go through well past midnight tonight, producing hail in Kentucky, mainly Kentucky and Tennessee. I think those are the two states that we're going to have to watch closely. So that's it for now. We're going to continue to watch. If anything decides to fire in and maybe hamper on some of these larger populated areas, we'll make sure to jump live and continue to give you guys coverage as it does so. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. info@hailtrace.com is a great resource to email us. Through our website, you can actually reach out to us via our chat, and you can also call into the office, and if anybody's available, it's kind of crazy right now this evening, but 855-334-4245. And we're more than happy to assist you that way as well. So I hope you're having a great evening, and we'll continue to track these storms for you, and we'll talk to you soon.